Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. Going to be heading onto the freeway. Got to head out to the mall. Got to take my my car back to DEQ after I finished doing a drive cycle. Yeah, drive cycle. Man, remember the days when it was just so much simpler to get your car through DEQ? Not no more. Not no more. Wow, what happened up here? You're about to see an accident that either happened just recently or, yeah, maybe a few days ago. I don't know, but check that out. Wow. I hope everybody's okay. Crazy, crazy. Anyway, yeah, so I got to do this drive cycle. And then once I'm done at the mall, I'll head back and run my car through DEQ, and hopefully it'll pass. I get my tags, and because right now I'm a couple days past the expiration date, so I'm not legal right now. But they say this is common. This is common. I can head back to DMV and get a 20-day pass, so that way I don't get myself in trouble. But it's not worth paying $30 for. So I figure I'll do a little chit-chat with all of you about the OnePlus 6. A lot of big YouTubers on the big stage have this device. Now, I was going to ask you a question, maybe a couple. Does that upset some of you when you see a lot of these YouTubers get to a place in their YouTube career where they're able to get their hands on a lot of pre-production units? Very few that get them right away that are actually the ones that are going to sell once any device is actually launched, whether it's online or in a retail store like Best Buy or your carrier stores. And it's the actual device that you're going to get, that you're going to be paying for. A lot of times these are the pre-production units. They go out, they get looked at, they have these unboxings by these big YouTubers, and they go through a walkthrough with the device. They talk about the hardware, the software, and they give you their initial first thoughts. And yeah, there's a lot that goes into all of that. But does it make you upset? Does it make you go, why? It's not the actual device, so I'm not really going to, outside of what it looks like, and I get a lot of specs thrown at me, it's not really going to let me know what the experience is going to be like until they actually get their hands on the actual device. Then they actually use it, and then they come back later with a final thoughts, final review, whatever it may be, right? For me, these guys work hard to get to that point. There was a point in their lives where they started. There's very few of them that actually just skyrocketed to where they're at. They started at some low point in their life at a smaller level, like I have, and whether it was in their bedroom, shooting videos, living with their families, growing up, or whether it was in their apartments, whether it was in college, shooting a video in their dorms. At some point, they started off small and finally got to a point where they hit the big times. And how they went about all that, man. But, I may never get there to understand all of what that entails and all the variables that go into being a huge YouTuber on the big stage. I like what I'm doing. I like what I've gotten myself into as far as lately doing product reviews. I'm stoked that I get what I get. Recently, I got a $150 a pair of, well, not a pair, but a headset that cost $150 from Cohen that I got to review, and I didn't pay a penny. All I had to do is review. I put up a review on this headset, this active noise canceling Bluetooth headset. You can go wireless or you can go Bluetooth, but 150 smacks. I typically wouldn't spend that kind of money on anything like that, but because I'm on YouTube and I'm getting my name out there in these videos out there, there's companies that I'm getting their attention, and I send a lot of emails out, and some of you give me shout outs, which helps me out a lot. That doesn't go unseen at all. I appreciate all of you who have thrown my name out there, who have helped me get product reviews, or even anything that has to do with smartphones. Yeah, man, I get my hands on this stuff, and it's only a glimpse. It's a glimpse into what they get, and what they get, these big YouTubers on a higher platform get thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of products, of accessories and smartphones and gear. Yeah, lots of smacks thrown their way with these physical items that come their way. And it's amazing. It's amazing, right? So, back to my question. Does it bother you? Especially with the introduction to the OnePlus 6, the announcement of this device coming out, and already you see all these videos, like lots and lots of videos. So, for me, I don't know. That's where they're at. You know, I don't try to indulge too much into all these videos. I check out a couple from some of my favorite YouTubers, but I try not to get too caught up in this whirlwind of pre-production unit reviews or first hands-on, first initial thoughts. You know, gosh, man, if that ever happened to me, would any of you be upset with me if I got my hands on a pre-production unit or units? You know, if that started coming my way, would that be upsetting to a lot of you towards me? If I ever, and again, that's something that I don't think is ever going to happen, but would it really bother you if that was me? You know, would it bother you? But I don't know. I think sometimes it can be upsetting because these aren't real reviews, but then when you separate and look at all of what these folks, these guys and gals on YouTube have gone through to get to that point, then you kind of go, okay, well, and yeah, we just don't see it as real reviews. There's a logic way of looking at this, and it's not logically what we want to see, even though we're going to see it, and we're going to get caught up in it because we want a glimpse of what we're possibly going to be bringing in and spending our hard-earned money on if we're just a regular customer or if we're a YouTuber, right? We're going to get intrigued. Yeah, we're going to be intrigued. And so it catches our attention. And with all these vehicles broken down everywhere, it's just crazy. It's going to catch our attention. We're going to want to know. But as far as YouTubers, we try to keep our minds not as cluttered with all this information, and we try not to get caught up in all the hype. The hype, because the hype can blow everything out of proportion, right? It can just mess with our YouTuber minds. These minds that we want to use to review for all of you and bring you the raw and real reviews. So yeah, there's a little bit of that. I wish that could be me, but then you go, no, because I want to stay where I'm at. I want to be raw. I want to be real. I don't want to get caught up in all that. But yeah, there's that little voice that goes, but what would it be like? And would everybody be pissed off at me if I was there? I don't know, man. It's a hard one to balance, right? We try not to mix too much emotion in with logic. And, well, it's easier said than done because I get really emotional. So, the thing is, I want to someday be able to be at a level where I can bring in devices to review for all of you, but I don't want to lose perspective. I've gotten one smartphone for review from Huawei quite a while back, and then I returned it. It was the Honor 6X, and I had it for quite some time, and then I returned it. But outside of that, I don't get smartphones in for review or to keep. Okay. But I wouldn't say no if I got asked it's not like I've not entered contests to win either or get a device in to review. I don't ever win them, but it'd be nice. It'd be really nice. But anyway, are you picking up the OnePlus 6? Are you going to wait for the OnePlus 6T? Are you waiting for a certain color to come out? You know, the price point above 500, up a little above 600, depending on the variant that you're going to get. It's a good looking device. It's got a notch. You're able to take the notch away, which is really cool because I don't like the notch. I hate the notch. It's not aesthetically pleasing to these eyeballs. But if I was to get one, yes, I would use the option to turn the notch off. I'd probably look at it for a while, make a video with it, but then I wouldn't want it there because it just would bother my eyes. Things like that really bother my eyeballs. I get really annoyed with stuff like that. So it would just, it just wouldn't set right with my brain and my eyes. So I would probably just have the bar all the way across. 6.3 inch 1080p display. Anything wrong with a 1080p AMOLED display? No. If it's done right, there's nothing wrong with it. I'll tell you right now, in 2018, even going back a few years, IPS LCD 1080p displays are done better today and going back, like I just said, a couple years than they ever have been done. And if done right, it's fine. Why do I like my Sony Xperia XZ Premium with a 4K display? Because I'm a media techie enthusiast. I love my media. I love watching movies and videos. So yeah, it's intriguing. It's amazing to look at a display that just looks like you can just reach in and jump into the movie, jump into the video, right? I like that. It's intriguing. It's amazing what we have in technology today. But it doesn't dismiss the fact that I love a really great IPS or AMOLED 1080p display. If it's done right and it looks great and it's sharp and it's vivid, then I'm cool with that. And OnePlus has done an amazing job with keeping that there and not going away from that and still giving you hardcore specs and a great looking device, regardless of the notch, and keeping the price points where it should be. And they're doing that great. Now, I don't know about the two cameras being the same, not really having anything for special, outside of one being a 16, then the other 20. But there's usually one's a telephoto or 2x zoom, but you're not getting that. But 16, 20, on the 16 you got iOS, EIS, and on the front it's a 16 and you got EIS on that, which is cool. So you do have some optical image stabilization, you got some electronic image stabilization, got a lot working with you, a lot what you could do with those areas, and I'm sure that the cameras are going to be sweet. You got that little button on the side to turn off notifications, turn on notifications, the dedicated button I should say. I think it'll be on the left hand side, upper left hand side, so that's cool. I love that. I've had a OnePlus device, so I remember that functionality. But yeah, you know, it's not completely bezel-less, but you're getting a really nice device that looks great with some hardcore specs, some minimal specs. You know, the body, glass, metal frame, aluminum frame, whatever. And you got lots of storage, 64, 128, 256. The higher, 8 gigs of RAM, that's going to cost, what, $629? And then you go down a little below. 64 gigs is still plenty enough for me. I know a lot of you are going to go for that 256. There's that in-betweener of 128 gigs, still with 8 gigs of RAM. The 64 gigs of internal storage will have the 6 gigs of RAM. 3,300 milliamp battery, depending on how well everything is optimized. That should run really well. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 underneath the hood, room. Yeah, it should be a hot rod. Should really be a great experience. The OnePlus skin is very minimal to what you have on this device. Pretty much pure stock Android. A little bit of OnePlus going on. You know, you're going to have fast wireless charging, fast charging, not wireless charging, and no waterproofing. If I'm correct, I could be wrong. I'm talking a lot. There's a lot of information. Leave it down below. Do you think I should look into this device? I have other plans. I'm kind of going elsewhere on this journey of reviewing smartphones. I've been reviewing a lot of products lately. I'm not too intrigued, but yet for the price, maybe something that I jump on. And check this out. Yes, I'm going to start getting rid of my devices. I'm getting tired of hanging on devices just because they're just sitting there. So now I'm going to get away from the OnePlus 6 conversation. Let me know what you think I should do. Just asking. I still make the final decision on all that. Let me know what you think about the big YouTubers out there reviewing these pre-production units. Very few real units that are going to be the retail package as far as what's going to be released to all of us. Does that make you upset? Not upset? What would you do if I was there? Would that make you upset? You know, a lot of stuff that goes into all that. So the OnePlus 6 looks like a great device, great price points. Let me know if you're getting. Let me know what you think I should do. Again, that's a repeat, right? I just repeated myself again. But I discussed about a 1080p display, what if that really matters or not. Hey man, if it's done right, cool, thumbs up. But I'm tired of next conversation. I'm tired of letting my devices just sit, and I don't want to lose them, but I don't want to hang on to materialism just because. And I've even considered selling my ZTX on 7, and some of you might say, well, you'll never be able to get that device again. And the way it came out of the box, most of these devices now are going to be refurbished or used. Somebody's going to have it in their hands, mint condition. If there's a way to get a brand new one out there still, you can leave links down below. And there probably is, but it's probably going to cost you a lot more money. And, you know, there's a lot of other choices out right now. And my Razer phone is so amazing that I never thought about getting rid of the ZTX on 7 up until recently. With having the Razer phone, I now wouldn't mind letting go of the ZTX on 7. Again, I may never get my hands on it again for the right price, brand new, or refurbished, or used, or whatever. If I get rid of it, you know, recently I got the Huawei Nexus 6P for a couple hundred smacks. I think that's what it was. And it's working great. Update. It's working awesome. And it's very rare to get something in hand that's been used, refurbished, you know, was just used temporarily and returned, and where everything aesthetically looks great and the functionality is great, performance is great for that kind of a price point. So it's you know, it's just being at the right place at the right time, or having connections with a lot of you who get, you know, you guys give me information too, where I can find different types of products or smartphones to get my hands on for the right price. So it's being connected to a community and being able to help each other. So there's a lot that goes into that, and a lot of homework. It's a journey, right? It's an adventure. But you have to be a tech enthusiast. No, I take that back. You don't have to be, but it helps to be that dedicated in an area that I am very intrigued with and very enthralled with. The average consumers who are somewhat tech enthusiasts may not spend as much time as I do, or others that do, and still be able to regulate their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? With family and work, family being number one. You know, you got to be number one. The other stuff that I'm so into, I have to really regulate it, and sometimes forcefully. But yeah, they sit on my desk. They don't get used. And taking my SIM card out of one into the other, back and forth, that can become like a job. You know what I'm saying? It becomes like a job. So I'm getting tired of doing that, and yet I don't want to get rid of them. But I realize that at some point it's better probably to just not hang on to all these devices. I know some that I really want to hang on to, not let go of, and some that I'm battling. And even the Moto Z2 Force may go up for sale. ZTX on 7 may go up for sale. My Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, I'm getting bored with that, may go up for sale. At this point, I couldn't get rid of my 6P. I couldn't get rid of my Nexus 6. Probably my XZ Premium. Couldn't get rid of that. Got my Leeco Pro 3 back. Got my Nokia Lumia 1520. You know, what else do I have that's there? I know there's other devices. Let's see, Moto Z2 Force. Anyway, if I'm missing some, I'm missing some. But there's a few that I'm thinking that I could probably just let go. And I've had a great time with them. I'm still in the middle of thinking about all of that. But it's just keeping devices sitting there just to sit there and, to just have a backdrop in a video. I like having that. It's cool. But at some point, I got to make room for other devices. And that's the way to bring them in as well, outside of money that I make on YouTube and what I spend personally on them. You know, so anyway, just wanted to shoot this video, talk a little bit about those big YouTubers on the big platform up there on a different plateau. where we're looking up at them and going, woo, what's it like to be up there? Or do I really want to know? You know, the OnePlus 6. If I do get it, I may wait because I may not want the color that it's out right now. And as far as the internal storage size, I don't know yet. If I do go that route. You know, 1080p displays. Nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong with them. And nothing wrong with them as long as they're done right. Anyway, and getting rid of devices that just sit and get used every once in a while. But I love them and it's hard to let go of them. But I know at some point they got to go bye-bye, right? Say adios, amigos. Anyway, that's it. I just threw a lot at you. And some of it, yeah, it's going to be mumbo jumbo. But that's what you get when it's in the raw with the LG V20 multi-view window feature. Woo! Loving it, digging it. Look at that. Yeah, you just don't. Woo, look at that. Yeah. It's what sets this device apart. LG, bring this feature back. Dad, burn it. Bring it back to your LG devices. Bring it back. Why did you ever get rid of it? I don't know. Anyway, everybody, I am out. God bless. Peace. Till my next video. Thanks for watching this vlog. I got to go in there, and then I got to go back to DQ. God bless. Thanks for being a part. Thanks for supporting. You are my Project 13. Me? Just me.